Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to learn to read and write Hindi. We are also here because we want to learn to read and write Urdu. We are doing both at the same time. Today is our lesson number 47. We're going to pick up from where we left off yesterday in our story from line number 19. Let's see what happens next. Line number 19. In line number 19, we have to talk about two words together because two words together are going to give us something that has meaning. The first word is with a choti ki matra. So that's E. So that's E and then so, which I wrote it like that, like that, S. And the next word is kadar. Ka, the, ra. The way it is written, the way the word is written so far, it reads ka, the, ra. That's not a word, there is no such word. This is spelled with a K. The correct spelling of the word that we are looking for calls for Q. It calls for Q. Qadar is not spelled with a K, it's spelled with a Q. So we put a dot underneath it to remind ourselves that the correct spelling calls for Q and not a K. Because as we know, Q does not exist in Hindi. So this is how we improvise. But Q does exist in Urdu. This is our K. This letter is called Kaf. And this is our Q. This letter is called Kaf. That's the Q. That's what we need here. Ka, the, and ra. We have to put it together. This is how we're going to do it. Ka, the, ra. Is qadar. Is qadar. What does is qadar mean? Is qadar means that much or this much. The synonym of is qadar, let me give you a simple word to make us understand what is qadar means. In daily language, we're not going to say is qadar. Most people say E and then a ta and a na. Itna. Itna. Itna means this much or that much. Itna kha liya aapne, you ate that much. Itna kaam karna hai. Yet I have to work that much. Itna kaam karna hai mujhe. I have to work that much. Itna means that much or this much. Instead of saying itna in poetry, you will say is qadar. It's the same thing. They mean the same thing. Is qadar. Is qadar itna. Because itna doesn't sound very poetic. Is qadar. Oh, the next word is a vocab word. It's a vocab word and it's a big time vocab word, so I have to slow down. Let's slow down. The word is zabt. Zabt. Let's first write it in Hindi. We're going to first write it in Hindi because in Hindi nothing can go wrong. It's very straightforward. That's a z, and it's not zabata, it's zabt. Z and ba are together, so it's half a ba. So far it means zabt, and then to which we're going to join ta. Zabt. Again, zabt is very straightforward in Hindi, but as you can know, as far as the z is concerned, we have four z's here. Zal, ze, zwad, and zoin. And then we have ta. Ta, we have two tas. We have a te and a toin. How do you know which ta to use and which the correct spelling calls for? The correct spelling of the word calls for which of these four z's? One simply has to know by heart. There are 8 possible combinations and only one of them obviously is correct, which means there are 7 different ways we can go wrong. This word as it is written in Hindi calls for zabt, which means zabt. It calls for this z and this ta. And of course in the middle is very straightforward, ba. And now he's going to read zabt. Zwad, and then a b, and a t. I did not do a very good job at all, and when I say I did not do a very good job, what I actually mean is I did a horrible job. Let's do it one more time. Zabt. I don't know how to bring this out again, but it's supposed to come out again. Zabt. Obviously I'm not doing something right, but this loop is supposed to come out again, like here. And that's what we need, zabt. By lifting the head is the only way I can do it, but there is a proper way of doing it without lifting your hand. I don't know how to do it, and I'm not going to stand here staring at the blackboard trying to remember. Iskadar zabt. What does zabt mean? Zabt means discipline. Restrain. Self-control. Self-discipline. That's what zabt means. Zabt means to have restraint, to have self-control, to have self-discipline. Is qadar zabt kiya. Kiya. Kaf with a choti ki matra and a ya. Is qadar zabt kiya. Is qadar zabt kiya. What she's trying to say is, I exercise self-control in such a manner. I exercise self-control, self-discipline. I restrain myself. I restrain myself in such a manner. That's what it says. Is qadar zabt kiya. Let's look at the next line. हम ने her, and her and her means every or all. Her means every or all. हमने her. The next word is a vocab word. Show should we rewrite it? Show and then a curve. Let me check my notes, make sure I wrote it correctly in Hindi. Where did that bloody thing go? In my notes I don't have this line. I don't know why. It just looks like this. I'm not sure. It just looks like this. Ashk. When put it together, again you can write it alif, 2 loops for sure, 1 more loop to join the ka. Instead of making 2 loops for so and then 1 more loop to join the ka, most people will write it like this. Most people will just be lazy. And then putting 3 dots underneath, as you can see, inside, 3 nice dots inside, separate one. People don't do that, just sloppy. That is ashk. That's the same word as this word. हमने हर ashk पिया. P, छोटी की मात्रा, and a ya. Yeah. What does ashk mean? Ashk means tears. Tear. Here's another word, another synonym for ashk. Another synonym for ashk is This is a. We don't need a, we need a. That's the nun guna, hence the symbol a, and then su. Badi U ki matra. Ansu. We have learned this before, that's why I went quite fast. Ansu. Ansu, ashk, same thing. Anshu and ask are synonyms. Ansu means tear. Humne her ashk piya. Humne her ashk piya. I drank all the tears. That's how we speak in Urdu. That's how we speak in Hindi. But of course, that's not how one speaks in English. In English, one does not go around drinking tears. What it means is that she endured her pain. She was crying inside, but you could not see her cry. She cried silently. She cried in silence. You did not see her tears flowing from her cheeks. She was inside. She was crying. That's what it means to drink your tear. Drink your tear means to suffer in silence. Is qadar zabt kiya. You see, now it all makes sense. Is qadar zabt kiya. I exercise such restraint. I exercise such self-restraint, such self-discipline, such self-control. I exercise such self-control that I cried in silence. I cried silently. Nobody knew that I was suffering. Nobody knew what the hell I was going through, because I drank my tears. I did not let them flow out. I just drank them. Let's do the next two lines. Dil mein 21. Dil mein. This nun guna gives us the start. Dil mein a r ma no. Arman. Oh, we don't have to join anything at all. I was about to say now, how do we join everything? We don't have to join it. That's how it stays. Arman. What does Arman mean? Arman means wishes, desires, yearning, longing. Wishes, desires, yearning, longing. Arman. Another synonym of Arman is this one. Let's learn it together. A synonym of Arman. A, R, and then Z. This is a Z. We don't need a Z, we need a Zu, but we need a Badi U ki matra. So we need a Vav and Ulta Pesh. And we also need to remind ourselves that this is not a J, it's a Z. So first we need to put a dot, then U ki matra. Arzu. What does Arzu mean? No, Arzu means just same as Arman. Arman means desire, wishes, yearnings, longing. I'm not going to put all of them on the blackboard. That's what it means. Arzu. Let's learn one more synonym. A synonym that we learned yesterday. We're going to do it one more time very quickly. Kha, ka, he, sho, kaish, kahish, kahish. But we learned yesterday that kaish, when written in Urdu, has a silent vowel. Has a silent vowel. Ka, and then a h, and then a sh. Kaish. The silent vowel, when it's written together, is k, then a vowel. This vowel is a silent one. This letter is silent. K joins with alif, becomes ka, and then a he, and then a sh. Kaish. Kaish, Arzu, Arman, yearning, longing, desire, wishes, they all mean the same thing. They all mean the same thing. They are all synonyms. Dil mein Arzu. What about Dil mein Arzu? We have to erase all of this thing. We don't need Arzu. Oh, we need Arman. Dil mein Arman. The word she uses is Arman. Dil mein Arman rahe. That's all. Rahe. My arzu, my wishes, my desire, my kaish, my yearning, my longing, they all remain in my heart. They were not fulfilled. They just remain in my heart, buried inside me, buried in my heart. Dil mein arzu rahe, And then the next line. Or hum chup. We've done this word before, so I'm not going to spend time on it. Chup. Chu or chup. He. बड़ी की मात्रा रहे. रहे. और हम चुप ही रहे. Let's look at these all 4 lines together. इस कदर ज़ब्त किया. I exercise self-control, self-restraint, self-discipline in such a manner. इस कदर, in such a manner. इस कदर means in such a manner. इतना, to such an extent. I exercise self-control in such an extent. हमने हर अश्क पिया. I drank all of my tears. दिल में अरमान रहे. My wishes, my desire, my yearnings, my arzus, my ख्वाहिश, they all remain inside my heart. They were never fulfilled. And yet I remain silent. और हम चुप ही रहे. But I remain silent. I never complained. I suffered in silence. I know.